So sir, dun nga sa proposal nyo na i-extend yung probationary period for workers from 5 months to 2 years. Why 2 years, sir?
Actually, that is only the maximum period. We're not saying that it should be, they can only be regularized at the end of 2 years. They can be regularized on the 7th month, on the 8th month, anytime during the probationary period. The main reason we're proposing this is what is happening right now because of the 6-month probationary period that is dictated by law, you know, the current law. A lot of our workers are being terminated instead of being regularized. The reality is we cannot regularize everybody, and or not everybody is qualified to be regularized. So what's happening is every 6 months, an employer is faced with the dilemma where he will not regularize, therefore you have to terminate, because once you go over the 6 months probationary period, 6 months plus 1 day, the law is very strict, he must be regularized. So kadalasan, what's happening is that every 5 months, no, they're being terminated, so that they will not, the employers will not commit any mistake, because there have been cases where an employer terminated an employee, presuming that he was still on probationary. When the Supreme Court decided, the employer missed it by 1 day. No? So what is happening right now, that is why the term 555 is very unpopular, no? Which should be, no? Because every 5 months that they terminate, they're being terminated. That is the main reason why we want to extend, so that our employees are not being, I would even call it massacred, mass termination every 6 months or every 5 months. Their employment will continue beyond the 6-month period, instead of being terminated, wherein every 6 months they will go around looking for jobs again, and then they can reapply after 1 month, but then that's not usually the practice, because that will end up in that 555 scheme. No? So usually the employer shies away from that. So that's our only purpose, not to prolong, as some critics have been saying, the suffering of the probationary employee. In the first place, a probationary employee is not a suffering employee. A probationary employee has security of tenure under our law, because you cannot terminate even a probationary employee unless for just cause, authorized cause. And the only difference between that and a regular is that a probationary employee can be terminated if he does not conform to the standards set by the employer. In terms of benefits, a probationary employee and a regular employee are the same. In fact, with our proposal extending the probationary period, he will even get more benefits. No? Number one, SSS, PhilHealth, and the other one. No? So all of those are enjoyed by what? The employer is obliged to give the employer's contribution from day one. And then by extending the 6 month, a probationary employee who would have served 12 months can even enjoy the service incentive leave. Otherwise, the 6-month law, no probationary employee ever is accorded that privilege. I mean that benefit. So
What type of jobs ang covered nito?
all jobs across the board, no? Whether it's a factory worker or an office worker, what the main thing that we should look at is the 6-month probationary period. What is happening now is 6 months, it's either they become regular or terminated. They go 1 day over 6 months, they must be regularized. So employers, as I said, in reality, you cannot regularize everybody. So instead of facing that prospect, for example, an employer who employs 50, 100, it's almost impossible to regularize everybody. While as much as we want everybody to be regularized, it does not happen. It's an impossibility. Maybe in some small businesses pwede. But otherwise, the reality is there's a lot of probationary employees.
Kung sakaling mabot ng 2 years and for example, hindi na-regularize yung worker, what do you think the scenario will be?
Well, the extended period of 2 years, it will be harder for the employee now to justify any termination. No? But what we should look at is at least the worker was able to work continuously for 2 years instead of being terminated every 6 months. Now, during that 2-year period, presuming maxed out, at least the employee, gaining experience and continuous income, can start looking for a job online, without being pressured. No? And once you're terminated, looking for a job, especially in Metro Manila, is very hard because the market is very competitive. No? So applying from one company to the other, and then coming up with all your renewed qualification, supporting papers, that all of that cost money. So the employee will be saving a lot of money by and at the same time continuously make money by not being terminated.
Siguro ano na lang sir, any clarifications that you want to make, no?
Like
Anything about your bill, about the public's the reaction of some critics, any clarification?
yes, to all those who are opposed, no, all we ask is that please read and understand first before criticizing and demonizing. You're not listen to our justification, our basis, and then again, this is not cast in stone. No? In fact, I've gotten some suggestions from other congressmen. Maybe when we will deliberate this in the lower house, we might be able to improve it. Let's say we will extend it, but some benefits will be thrown in, in phases. So
Okay.
those are all open.